That's the alarm on my phone going off. Telling me it's time for my show. I'm already ahead of you, alarm. Let's talk about politics and religion on Do Not Talk. I'm Charlie Simons. Look at that big old mug. That's a 15-ounce mug. That's a big mug, and I like big mugs. I cannot lie. The Mother Brothers can't deny. And it's red, of course. Look at it. Look at it. You want one. It's Christmas time. At least what everybody keeps telling me. So buy your Christmas gift early. I could sure use the help. They share the profits with me, the store I partner with, through my website at charliesimons.com. charliesimons.com. It's not just the mug, though. There's hats, there's shirts, all kinds of fun stuff on there. And you buy something on there and you help the show, too, at the same time. Or if you're just thinking, I don't know, Charlie, I just want to give you a whole bunch of cash, you can do that. You can also do that through my website at charliesimons.com. There's like 4 different ways, including Venmo. I love this mug. I'm so happy with this mug. I know you want one. I know you do. Don't act like you don't. Don't be jealous. You can have your own. charliesimons.com. Charlie, what's wrong with your voice? You sound ridiculous. You sound like a cartoon character. Well, everyone who knows me knows I pretty much am a cartoon character, so I might as well have a voice to match. But I think my little trip down to San Diego for that California Governor Showdown and the 8-hour drive, leaving Sunday, getting home about 2 in the morning and hanging out with all those sickies down in SoCal. I think that's what did it. So I'm sorry if you can suffer through me sounding like this. I got a great guest. Marina Gabel is on my show, and I just love her. I love her spirit. I love her heart. I love her strength. I love her tenacity. She's a mama bear, and I love mama bears. And on the opposite side of the coin, at the complete different end of the spectrum, I hate Karens. I'm done with Karens getting involved in everybody's life, telling them what to do, trying to force them to comply. That's a Karen. A mama bear is not a Karen. I don't know if a Karen can be a mama bear, but I doubt it because they're so narcissistic. All they think about is themselves. Mama bears think about their children, and they'll put their lives on the line to protect them. But there are not just Karens. There's also Kevins, as I call them, which is basically the male counterpart. A lot of Kevins, too. In education, it's the worst. Education's just polluted with them. And teachers' unions. And oh my God, have you been to any of those? School boards, except for the ones that have been flipped recently, especially in the county where I live. Thank God. Where we actually have some conservatives on school boards, but we don't run for school board. That's a lot of it. We just don't. We don't even think about it. I had a friend of mine running for Congress, and he goes, "Oh, that's just a school board race." Dude, don't ever say that around me again. As far as I'm concerned, that's the absolute highest pinnacle of public office you can hold is running for school board. The left is attacking our children in such ferocious ways. And that's part of the Communist Manifesto. It's part of their 16-year plan. That's part of the World Economic Forum, New World Order, One World Government. Get the kids. If you can control their minds, you could destroy an entire nation in a generation or two. And it's been put into effect. Really started with Obama. So I talked about Karens, and then I mentioned Kevin's, but it's not just in the teaching profession. How about doctors? You know any doctors who are Karens or Kevins? Like this poor mom here and what she had to go through.
You're going to force me to put my kid on ADHD medicine, or else you're going to call CPS on me? Be real. You're going to force me to put my kid on ADHD medicine, or else you're going to call CPS on me?
Be real. I never said anything about forcing you. I'm saying this is what's recommended for your kid. You have to put your kid on these meds. Like, it's best for your kid. trying to do you a favor.
Not best for the kids.
Do what's best
It's
for
best
your
for the
child.
teacher
And if you don't,
who didn't want to have to put up with a hyperactive kid.
So you are forcing me. You're saying either I put my kid on medication that they don't need.
I will be forced to call CPS.
Freaking real.
Is jeopardizing your kid, jeopardizing your kid's future. I'm not trying to sit here and argue with you. I'm not
Jeopardizing your child's future.
for you and your kid.
But I don't understand because my child has not shown any symptoms of ADHD, and I'm asking if I can get a second opinion, and you're telling me no, either put my child on medication or you're calling CPS. That's forcing me.
You asked about a second opinion. I am your second opinion. I'm the doctor.
I am your second opinion. It's so arrogant.
All right. Well, first and second. Why? I'm your doctor. If you don't trust your doctor, then
I'm your doctor. You don't have to do. You have to do what I say.
which is crazy for you to think that you wouldn't want to.
If I trusted my doctor wouldn't be threatening me with calling CPS. That would be me trusting my doctor.
Like I said,
Get her.
it's not a threat.
Get
It's
her.
not a threat. I'm trying to do what's best for you and your kid. If you love your kid enough, then you will listen to my words. and listen
Don't
to
tell
what
me
I'm
if I
saying.
love my kid or not. That's my kid. That's my kid.
I understandable that you're a kid, but understand that I'm the doctor. I am doing what's
crazy.
best for your kid. You know,
I know what's best. I know what's best for your kid. I know what's best for your kid. Sometimes I just want to scream out a cuss word. I really do. Yeah. Hey, let's get Marina Gabel in. Want to talk about a mama bear going up against the school system? Hang on. Hit it. Hello, beautiful.
Hi, Charlie. Thank you for
I
having me
know
here.
normally you're so up, you're always so positive, you're always smiling. Anytime you walk into a room, you light it up, but you're going through some freaking hell right now. And it's all because of I'm not even going to try and attempt to tell what happened. Why don't you tell us what happened?
I'll tell you, but first I want to say thank you again for having me on. You're
Oh, you're welcome.
wonderful. God and politics, bring it on.
Okay, good.
So I do have one of your mugs. Somebody buy a mug because they're wonderful, or a shirt, or
You
a
got one of
hat.
these? Oh,
For
you
Christmas.
rock.
Yeah, I
You
have one,
rock.
Charlie.
That's
I have no
awesome.
money, but I support you when I can, how I can. I could afford the mug, so I purchased the mug.
Thank
And then
you.
one correction, I'm not Mama Bear. I'm MAGA Bear. That's my
There
handle
you
with
go.
the Freedom Riders. MAGA Bear.
Very good. MAGA
Yeah,
Mama Bear. Good.
that's right. I feel for that mom
Yeah.
and what she's going through with the education system. It hits us all in different ways. I feel like I was on vacation because I moved to Placer County from Sacramento County, and I was. God gave me a break for about a year. And he said, nope, Marina, you got to go back to work. So, you know my history. I did the San Juan recall during COVID because so many parents were unhappy with that district. So I recalled all 5 board members, even the so-called Republican on the board, because his
Yeah.
voice was not loud enough for our children.
Yes, I agree. That was beautiful.
Thank you. I mean, it didn't accomplish much. I did get called to Karen, though, because it was during the recall for Newsom as well. So everybody was like, go home, Karen. I was collecting signatures. Anyway,
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Karen's calling others Karen. That's
right.
hilarious. So
Um,
what's happened now?
So now I'm in the Rockland Unified School District, and my son is a sophomore at Rockland High School. I have waited to let this out in media because the person that was under investigation, all the investigations are concluded, but mine is not concluded because I am not agreeing with any of the agencies or the officials who have decided that this person is innocent. I don't believe he is innocent. I don't believe God places these things in your lap if you cannot handle them. And I can. And they did not know who I am. Now they will. So my son, during COVID, became a gamer we all got flabby. And last time he was in a sport, he was 8 years
The
old.
COVID-20, I affectionately called it.
Right?
I got the COVID-20.
We went for walks, but there wasn't much else to do. We did roller skating in parking lots, believe it or not.
Mhm. Oh, good. Very good.
Oh yeah. So basically, my son chose to get into sports again. He hasn't been in soccer since he was 8. And I said, okay, well, if you're going to get back into sports, you need to get back into shape. So first of all, you also need to know the rules. So this happened over the summer. I said, you got to take a referee course so you have the rules refreshed in your mind. So he did that. And then I said, when you start school, you need to take weight training because you need to build muscle. And of course, he complained like the first month. I think it was a month and a week. I'm really sore. And I said, take an Epsom salt bath. You're going to be sore until your body is used to being physical again. You're not just a gamer. Now you're playing a real game. You're
That's
out on the
wonderful. I
field.
love it. I'm glad you encouraged him to do that. It would
Oh
have been
yeah.
so easy to just let video games be a babysitter.
Oh
And
no.
yeah, you go over there and play your games while
No,
mom
I
is
drag
doing it.
him. I drag him everywhere with me.
I
Also,
love that. Awesome.
we
Good.
were at the
Good.
Capitol for Veterans Day yesterday. We were
Oh, you went to that. Oh, I wish
we
I
were
could have
serving
been
all
there.
the students, ROTC from all the different schools. So we served
Happy
them their
Veterans
food.
Day. Happy day
Yes,
after
thank you for
Veterans
your
Day.
service,
It's my
Charlie.
honor. It's my honor and privilege. Thank you for your support. I wish I could have been there. I knew that the Freedom Riders was doing that.
You were
Freedom
at an
Riders
important
52.
event. You were at an important event too. The Freedom Riders were in Folsom. I was at the state capitol. So
Oh, gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
I promised them I would help. So
Okay.
the Freedom Riders had it. They did such an incredible. They had Jesus and the Statue of Liberty on their float. They covered everything.
They
I
did.
love you guys. Okay,
God,
so
family, country. They got it covered.
okay, so back to my son. So basically, after about a month of 3 to 2 days a week of school, weight training, and then in the evenings having soccer practice. It was outside of it was with Rockland FC, so it wasn't on the campus. He went to his weight training teacher, and this was on a Friday, so he had practice that night and then a game in the morning. And so he was advocating for himself, which a lot of people don't do, but he knows because I know how to advocate for myself. And so he went, without me telling him this, he went to his educator, his weight training teacher, and he said, hey, can I take a little easy today? And before he could even explain why, his teacher looked at his trumpet case, which he was holding in his hand, because this is right before class. So everybody's filtering in, right? So if you can imagine, boys' locker room, office, all the other teachers who are coaches. By the way, this is a coach who's also the weight training teacher. He looked at my son's case and said, what's in the case? My son says, that's my trumpet. And then the coach said to my son, I'm going to take your case and I'm going to bash you over the head until you bleed out. Mind you, this is the head football coach at Rockland High School, Mr. Jason Adams. And you can look it up. Look up who he is. He's been in the media for unsportsmanlike behavior, sanctions, investigations. He was investigated, obviously, for what he did. So this incident happened at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Is it possible that it was a joke? I mean, not a funny one, but
okay. So yes, the coach has said it was a joke. And first of all, when you're an educator and your job is to uplift and encourage a student, terrorizing them with a blunt object beaten until you die
It's
does not in
sick.
any
It
way
absolutely is
encourage you.
sad, especially though getting so graphic. And why? Yeah, I mean, he didn't even ask.
Because
Well,
it was a
no,
joke.
I'm saying he didn't even ask your son, "Why do you wanna take it
No,
easy today?"
no.
He just goes right for the jugular, so to speak. I mean, "Until you bleed out," those were his words?
So there's even a podcast if somebody wants to look this guy up. He did a podcast in 2024. Just look up Jason Adams podcast, it'll pop up. So you can see who this person is. So I think his whole concept is to break you down and rebuild you. That's
Is he a
wonderful.
mili is he a
You know,
Marine drill
I,
sergeant?
I'm
Drill
I
instructor?
thought he was. I thought he had some sort of military
Military?
background, and I can't really find anything, so I don't really know. But sorry,
Even if
you're a
he is, well,
teacher in high
we have to
school,
learn you can't there's a difference of being a sergeant, and doing running the units or the troops through DNC and then being out in the civilian world. You don't get to do that. It's a
right?
different world. So this guy's been a high school football coach for
Yes.
how long do you know? I mean, has he been doing this
Oh,
a long time?
forever.
Right.
So the coach before him, left in 2020 um, because his wife was running for president of the United States of America, and he wanted to support his wife. It's the truth.
I'm sorry,
Benzel.
what?
Benzel, I think, is the last name.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, the former head coach at Rockland High School, his wife ran for president of the United States in 2020. God bless her for doing that. You know?
And we're not talking about Hillary Clinton.
No.
Just somebody decided, I know my husband's a head football coach at Rockland High School. I should be president of the United States. That's
Hey,
funny. Okay.
I mean, look at Vivek, right? Vivek Ramaswamy. I can't ever say his name right.
Vivek, yeah. Vivek
You know,
Ramaswamy.
I love it.
Yeah,
Skip, skip,
Vivek
skip
had a
all the
little bit more
steps.
experience with running a huge corporation than I think the
Yeah, I
wife
know.
had.
You're right. You're right. Okay. So
Um,
anyway, God
but
bless her
okay, all right, there you
for
go,
doing
there
that.
you go. So
So when
he stepped
he
down
left,
so she could run for president.
he
And
was
then
supporting her. He was
along
supporting
comes
her. That's
along
what your
comes
husband does. Your husband's supposed to support you in your goals.
along comes Jason, the brain basher. Maybe that was his name when he played high school sports.
Actually,
Um,
they call him the silver fox, from what I understand, because he's got a lot of gray hair. Anyway, so
Silver
let's go
Fox.
back to what the incident. So basically, when this head coach left, Jason became head coach, and this was I don't know, end of 2019, 2020, right during COVID. So there was nothing about him really, because there was nothing. There was no sports. There was nothing was
Right,
happening.
right.
But as soon as 2021 rolled around, he game against, I think, was it Whitney? Um, there was a unsportsmanlike behavior. The coach was suspended for his unsportsmanlike behavior. So there are other things that have happened during his head coach, but of course, he's a sports figure. He's placed on a pedestal. He's the head coach of the Rockland
She's not
Thunder.
she's not wrong. She is not wrong because somebody who's been involved in sports from a young age.
Do you
They
know?
are put on a pedestal, and
Yes.
especially if you're a winning coach or a winning team member, uh, don't worry. You could do some of the most egregious and outrageous things, and I got stories. And the
Yeah.
coach would go, "Don't you worry about it. I'll take care of it." But
Yeah.
this is the coach actually doing something so stupid. What a dumb thing to say. I will bash you over the head with it until you bleed out. I'm
Yes.
freaking real. Is he a big man?
Yes. 6'2", 6'3". He's my age. He's 54, 55.
How old is your son? I mean, how tall is
My
your
son
son?
was 15 at the time. He just turned
No,
16
I
this last
understand. How tall is he though, or how tall was he at the time?
6'2", 6'3".
Oh, so he's a good sized kid.
No, not my son. The
Yeah.
coach.
No, I'm asking about your son.
Oh, he's 5'6".
Okay, so intimidating.
Yes,
This
of course.
man is intimidating, especially to a 15-year-old. That
Yes.
is unacceptable. So I'm quite sure you reported it to the administration and he was reprimanded and maybe even forced to step down, right? No. What a
You know how many
surprise.
people advise me, don't do this, Marina. Don't fight, don't go against the head football coach. You're not gonna. I said, you don't know, do you know guys know who I am? I don't care what your title is. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your background is. I don't care what your story is. What you did, your action as an educator, as an adult to a minor who you are educating. No. No.
So
And
what
I
happened?
won't stop.
What
So
did they do?
you're going to love this. So my son, when this was said to him, turned around and walked away. He went through the entire class. He went and changed into his PE clothes, went through the entire class. When the class was over, he changed and he walked to the office, and exactly this happened at 1, and exactly at 2:12 on the document that he wrote in the office, my teacher threatened my life. We did not get a phone call. Not me, not his father, my ex-husband, Michael. Neither of us got a phone call from the district. My ex-husband went to pick up my son at the end of the day, and my son told him while I was working. I received 2 phone calls from his dad, and so I called, and he told me what had happened. I instantly got off the phone. I called the district. My ex-husband called the police department to place a report.
Wow. It's going for it.
Uh-huh. So I called the district, left a message. I didn't get anybody. I left a message for Mr. Pappas, the principal. Nothing. So I called again. And this time he answered the phone. I was just going to call you. This is 5:00, mind you. The incident happened at 1. I found out at 5. And he said, he's like, we can move your son out of the class. I'm like, did my son do something wrong? Or did the
Yeah,
adult,
exactly.
did the
If you take
educator
your
do
son
something
away
wrong?
from all of his friends and all of the team members he's been working with and so on, okay, that's great. What a great solution.
No, that's not going to happen.
Good.
And I said, where is the coach right now? Oh, he's at an away game. So you haven't spoken to him yet. So my son was on his way to soccer practice with his dad. I went to that practice to talk to his dad. His dad had already filed the police report. And then around 6:00, right when practice was over, the principal called my ex-husband as well to discuss what had happened. So you're going to love this part. They obviously didn't talk to him until after the game because, football is very important. They don't want to disturb the
It
coach.
makes a lot of money for these schools with ticket
know.
sales and
I
uniform
know.
sales and all that stuff. It makes a lot of money for schools.
Money. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
So,
More than soccer.
oh yeah, more than soccer, of course. Right. So, I didn't sleep much that night. I was very disturbed. My son was disturbed. My ex-husband was, this is a horrible situation. When your child comes out of COVID and had lost everything, every activity, everything. And the only way to keep in touch with your friends is through gaming and headphones. And now he wants to be involved in sports again. I'm a soccer mom again. I love it. I love it. My stomach felt the pit of my stomach when someone is trying to better themselves and really you want to encourage them. You want to support them. You want to do all these things to make so they will flourish. Okay, so we did not sleep. The next morning I woke up. I'm a school bus driver, so I wake up really early. But I slept in a little because I was exhausted. Just made my coffee, placing it down on the table, and I get a phone call, and it's a woman's name. And I'm like, I don't know who this is, but I'm always helping somebody with something. So I answered, and it's a man's voice. Is this Marina Gabel? Yes. Who is this? This is your son's weight training teacher. This is 8:30 a.m. in the morning. And I said, who advised you to contact me, and where did you get my information? I got it from your son's school information. Why are you calling me?
Yeah.
I didn't sleep last night. Plan on not sleeping for a while, was my response. And then he said, I'm a parent, I'm a teacher, I'm the head football coach at Rockland. I said, I know exactly who you are. Well, I did not know your son. I didn't know that he wouldn't think it was funny. I said, you are correct. You do not know my son. And what you said, if you think it's funny, there's something wrong. There's
What
something
an
wrong.
odd thing to say. I wonder if he talks about that with his golfing buddies when they're visiting the 19th hole for the 23rd time. Yeah, I did. I said I'd bash his head in until he bled out. Oh, ha, 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 Jason, you're the funniest. You said that to a 15-year-old. Ah, ha, ha.
Right. And then he said, well, I have no words. I said, you are correct. Do not contact me again. And I hung up on him.
Good. Good.
So after that, he was placed on an investigation. We had a 12 o'clock appointment on Monday, letting us know he's under investigation. The kids in the classroom already knew that he was going to be gone for 3 weeks. And again, through the district, do you want us to move your son? And again, no. The child did nothing wrong. The adult will be
The
put
adult will be the
in
one
a different
removed.
classroom. You will move him.
Yeah.
You will move him. You want to know why? Because you serve me. I am a parent and I am a community member before I am an employee.
See why I love Marina. I
Mhm.
love that. That's fantastic. Good. You're right.
So, I mean, they attempted multiple times, but anyway, so he was removed. He said he moved on his own in the courtroom. Of course, his lawyer stated that. No.
Oh, it's gone to a courtroom. Here we go.
Oh, welcome.
We're just getting started.
Welcome
Okay.
to my world. Okay, so
Okay.
anyway, I'll speed this up. So
All right.
we went through all the proper procedures. You know, my son spoke to the counselor and they documented it. They had to contact CPS because they're mandated reporters. I'm a mandated reporter as a school bus driver. So any incident, you have to contact CPS when it's a child and an adult. It just happens. It's not actually a family incident. So they wouldn't give me the information that they gave to CPS. I had a FOIA request it. Freedom of Information Act, if nobody knows what that is. And I got it. And it says that it was emotional abuse, what the coach did to my son. The
That's how
police,
they labeled it. Wow.
yes,
Okay.
the SRO Horta, I think his name is, interviewed my son with my ex-husband because
What
I
is
was
an
working.
SRO?
A service officer. So he's on campus. So he is the on-campus police officer. So he
I
interviewed
didn't
my
know there
son.
was such a thing.
Hmm?
I didn't know there was such a thing.
Oh, yes. Yes. Gosh, I forget what the initials stand for, but SRO. So they decided for him to be the one who interviewed my son. I was working and my ex-husband was in the interview with him. So the police department, the district, they did their investigations. He was released. So he was gone for 2.5 weeks. So from September 5th to September 24th, he made it just in time to be at the October 3rd football game. He missed a couple games while he was under investigation. So during that time, I filled out a restraining order for my son. I took it to Placer County. After I finished filling out the paperwork, I turned it into the window, and the woman's like, "How old is your son?" I said, "He's 15. She's like, "Oh, sorry. He's going to have to fill it out in his own words because he's 12. You know California. You know California, right? In California, you can, a
They're trying to make it
12-year-old.
okay for creepy, sick, twisted old men to have
So,
sex with young boys. So yeah, of course,
I-
California. I shouldn't be surprised.
And yeah, at 12 years old in California, you have to defend yourself as a child against an adult. You can ask for body parts to be removed. You can ask for drugs to change your gender, which can't happen, by the way. Anyway, so I'm learning things that I'm very sad about, to know that it needs to be in the child's voice against the adult, who openly admitted, by the way, if you want to look up Adams versus Gabel, you can see that he has admitted in court to the police department, the Rockland Police Department, to the district. I mean, everybody,
What he said, he's admitted it.
he admitted it. He had to.
Were there other kids around? Were there other kids around when he said that?
Supposedly there were 6 witnesses. 3 coaches in the office behind him and kids walking by.
Okay, so that's why he had to fess up, because he had no idea who else might have come forward and said, "Yep."
Oh,
he said
well, actually, I think it was because he called me. He tattled on himself when he called in the morning, because I have a screenshot of him calling me with his wife's phone. It was his wife's name on the phone.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So also,
He threw
the
his
school
wife
district,
under the bus too.
huh?
He threw his wife under the bus too. I better not call from my own phone in case she calls me back and harasses me, has people dox me or something. I'll use your phone, honey.
Right? Or maybe, maybe the plan is under her name. Whatever.
It
Whatever.
could be. It could be. That's still, I like
So,
my version better though.
so,
Yeah, go ahead.
so we're in the courtroom now. And the head of the HR department, Tony Limoges from Rockland, is there. Doesn't introduce himself to me. I haven't met him yet. We had a wonderful phone call though, because I called him to tell him that I was appealing the school board superintendent and his recommendations to allow this man back onto campus. And I said, "What's your policy? What's the time limit? Is there a form? What do I need to do?" He's like, "Well, I don't know." I said, "Well, go look, because you're the highest paid person in the district. You knew I was calling. I left a message with your secretary on your voicemail. You knew I was going to call you back. You
Human
answered the phone."
human relations at a school district is the highest paid of
Yes,
the
you didn't know that?
admin?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think, I don't know, superintendent too, maybe, but he's the superintendent, assistant, head of HR. They give themselves so many titles. I don't know who's who sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah. The
So
nameplate
we're going to reel
the
it back
nameplate
in.
on
So
their desk. The
he's not
nameplate on their
happy with
desk
me.
is this long.
He's not happy with me because when I call you and you know what I'm calling you for, and I'm asking you for information and you're not prepared, He said, well, I don't know the policy. I don't know what the time limit is, maybe 10 days. And I said, well, I will wait on the phone until you get the information. And so he got it. And it's very disappointing. You don't think I'm going to take your word? Of course not. I'm not going to take your word. I'm not taking your recommendation. The superintendent said, oh, I'm taking HR's recommendation. The school board said, well, the superintendent makes the final decision. So around and around and around, who are we going to blame? All of you. All of you. I'm going to blame all of you. So
they're so arrogant, aren't they? And they really protect each other. They protect their own. Their attitude is it's us against the parents. That really seems to be the attitude now in public school systems. I hate
really
them.
is. It's unfortunate because, Placer County is a very conservative
Oh,
county.
You got infiltrated. No, you got infiltrators. You
Oh,
got
I know.
infiltrators in your city council, in your board of supervisors, in your public schools. You got infiltrators. Bay Area people coming over.
I know.
Excuse me. I'm so sorry.
I know what I'm up against, Charlie.
Yeah. So
But I'm unrelenting. Okay.
If this coach would have said, I am not going to take it easy on you unless, of course, you're a Trump supporter. I'm sure they would have run him out on the rails. They would have brought back tar and feathering. They probably would have made him with 1,000 paper cuts and pouring lemon juice on them. They would have. That's the school districts now. They're so flaming leftists.
I know how to do 1,000 paper cuts too.
Yeah. Okay, good.
It's the one thing I've learned. Put it all in writing. Why do you think my son turned around and walked away and put it in writing instead of confronting? The Sacramento Bee lied. They said there was an altercation between a student and the coach in the PE classroom, which was a lie. My son turned around and walked away and put it in writing because during COVID, I taught him. Unfortunately, he was 9. I said, if there's an educator who does something that you feel is wrong, you do not tell that to them. You write it down and you come to me or you go to someone you trust. And now he knows how to handle it.
Good. Well, it obviously went to trial. It's gone to court. What happened? What's going on now?
We are sitting in the courtroom with the coach and some other friend of his and the head of HR. And I see there's a woman, a lawyer, sitting where all the lawyers sit. And I'm thinking to myself, how much you want to bet she's a teachers union lawyer?
There you go.
So when we got called up, I went up with my son because I'm on the restraining order as an employee in the district. My son felt that maybe I'm going to be unsafe or ridiculed or something's going to happen. So he placed me on the restraining order. But I was not allowed to speak on my son's behalf because he had to represent himself. He asked the judge, and this judge said, no, we're going to throw it out because the coach has complied. He's changed classes. He has been investigated. He said the wrong words. He has apologized. Oh, and Coach Adams, would you like to take a moment right now to say something to Mr. Gabel in the courtroom? The word sorry has not come out of his mouth. He said, I used the wrong words. Maybe I was insensitive, et cetera, et cetera. By the way, I paid $400 for the court transcripts, which I have not received yet. So I will have those exact words. I don't want to quote something that's not true, but as soon as I have them, I will let you know exactly what he said. I took a loan out. Yeah, I'm a school bus driver.
Charge you $400
over $400 for a transcript from the courthouse. There's no waiver for low income for transcripts, but I want the words. Words are powerful. The words he used are terrorism. He terrorized my child. California Penal Code 422, terrorism. But in California, terrorism, it can be considered, it's a wobble offense. So it could be a misdemeanor or a felony. So he could go to jail, could pay $1,000. It just depends on who makes the decisions. Who makes those decisions? So I found out that the judge wasn't a judge. He was a commissioner. He's been inactive since 2011, and I'm appealing his decision as well. Because, hi, this guy's been in Rockland forever. He's the coach. He's on a pedestal. He made a joke. It's okay. He won't do it again. This is what the commissioner said.
The
You know,
power that they have over children, these kind of wounds stick with them for the rest of their lives. And we
I don't call
all,
them wounds.
I'll
I
bet
don't
we,
call them wounds.
I'll bet
I
we
call
could.
them time to strengthen yourself. Because the one thing that I have learned, and believe it or not, I asked my son, I said, why did you stay in that classroom after he threatened you? What was going through your mind? Why did you go through the class? Mom, I was scared, but I was more angry than scared. I said, do you know what that is? That's called courage. He said, I wanted to prove that I could go through it even though I was sore. And then I went, and then sorry, this is where I get emotional.
That's all right. Take all the time you need. We're in no hurry here.
We have inner strength, and you need to know when to use it. He has it. You're born with it. Nobody can teach you that. And I said to him, do you think you need to go through some more counseling? No. And I said, why? He says, because I just want it over. I go, what do you mean? I want him out of the school. I go, is what I'm doing causing you stress or anxiety? He said, no. I know what you're doing. And you're protecting me. You're helping me. Because I know I can be a lot, Charlie. I know I can be a lot, even when I'm protecting him and other children. Can you imagine any child? But think about it. If you're in football, if you're on the football team and you're trying to get a scholarship and you're a top player, you're just going to let it go. The parents are going to let it go. My son is a soccer player. He's in pep band. And when that coach saw my son's trumpet case, he's like, oh, you're a band geek. You play soccer.
Yeah.
He has no idea. He has no idea. He said, I didn't know your son. I said, you're correct. You do not know my son.
All the more reason why you should never talk to a child that way. Again, you call it whatever you want. It is a wound, and it will stick with people the rest of their lives. I know.
And that's why he does have anxiety when he's in weight class still, because all the same kids are in there. They bullied, they threatened him. Oh, the snitch is in our class. We're going to jump him. In other classes, things.
Are you serious? So that coach is going around telling these kids.
Oh, no. The principal had to send an email out to all the parents in that weight training class and let them know that the coach is just going to be, they're just rescheduling. So
your
they're going
much
to
beloved coach is going to be rescheduled, all thanks to this one band geek kid. Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
So the Minions, which are the football team, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not a big sports person, okay? But I go to the football games. I support my son because he's in the pep band. I love it when the team wins. You know, I'm all about team spirit and supporting our kids. That's what it's all about, right? Supporting our kids. So all I want is for him to move on. Make a career change. I know a judge can't do it. I know the district can't do it. He has to make the choice. And I'm praying for him that he makes the right choice and moves on and works with adults. You are a successful coach. You had 30 years of coaching. I think you started in the district in the early 2000s, but you didn't become head coach until 2019.
2019, you said.
Yeah. So I'm like, you're very successful. There are people who have given you awards that are major, even baseball, some major baseball guy. Sorry, I can't keep track of all the names. He's been honored. Of course. You have a wonderful background. You're good at being a football coach. But I think your time with children has come to an end. I think you should work with someone your size. So when you say a joke like that, they might not turn around and walk away.
They might throat punch you.
Just saying.
Just saying, too.
That's called
I'm
power.
sorry, you're gonna do what? Why don't you step up and start trying to do it?
That's a power trip. That's a power
Yeah.
trip. That's not an educator.
No.
That is somebody getting off on power. Well, guess what? You're my servant. You serve me. So you have no
So
pedestal.
what's
when
going
it
on
comes
now
to me.
then? What's going on now? Is it done? Is it
No, gosh,
hopefully
no.
resolved? No.
We're just in the middle of it. So I am, today I'm being called in by the HR department to discuss social media and Jason Adams. Because I went to city council and I exposed him. After all the investigations were done, there's no reason for me not to expose him because it's not considered retaliation if it's the truth.
Right.
So I gave city council all the documents, including a photo of my son, so they know who the innocent person is in this case. The chief of police, who is at city council meetings, came out and handed me his card afterwards and said, we should talk. We did everything that was in we are legally bound to do. And I said, well, I consider this a dereliction of duty. He terrorized a child. I don't care what his titles are. If he was some dude on the street and he did that, he'd be in jail.
Good point.
You are looking at culture. You're considering his titles. You're considering the good things he's done in this community. I don't know him. Now I do. I didn't know him for the good things he's done. I only know for what he has done and he's harmed my child. So it's personal to me, but I want to know who else has he done this to?
Right.
Who else has not spoken up? Who is not coming out? There are people. I will find you and you will want to expose this and protect the children. That's what it comes down to. Why have educators with violent rhetoric? This happened 5 days before Charlie Kirk passed away. Murdered, sorry, he didn't pass away. He was murdered. He was assassinated. All over social media, all these teachers came out enjoying his
Mocking them,
assassination.
mocking
And
it,
how
making
many of
fun of
them
it, celebrating it. Yes.
celebrating it were put under investigation now and have lost their jobs?
Yeah.
This guy said this to my son's face, and he is still employed by the district. The police department's okay with it. The judicial system's okay with it. I'm not. Any parent in their right mind is not okay with this.
Wow. Wow. Okay. What happens from here, do you think?
Well, obviously, they think I have no power because I have no money. Money is not power. These days, social media is. And so they're trying to intimidate me at my appointment today at 3:00 to let me know what I should and shouldn't do in social media, which is public.
That's insane. You think that's really what the meeting is about?
That's what I was told. It's about your social media posts and Jason Adams. This is not retaliation. I'm exposing facts. What's wrong with that? Oh, does it make the district look bad? And yeah, I get it.
There it
I
is.
see where you're coming from.
There it is.
But guess what? I
There it is.
love working for Rockland High School. I mean, for Rockland School District. I love Rockland High School for my son. He loves it. We're not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. There's no settlement. I don't want money. I'm not going anywhere. Oh, by the way, I was in the back to school video for this year. my boss picked me, and I'm new to the district. I wasn't even here a year when this happened. And my boss picked me and I said, did you ask anybody else who wants to be in the back to school video? He's like, nope, Marina, I want you to do it. And I said, wow, what an honor. And I said, I feel, recognized and honored that I was chosen. And I love working for this district. They actually listen to you.
Do you think that they might be threatening your job?
Oh, I'm not going to say that.
Do you think they might be thinking that way, in that way?
No, they can't.
No, because at this point, especially now that you've been on my show and you've gone completely public with it, that would be retaliation.
Thanks,
Yep.
Charlie.
Absolutely.
We know
My
how this
pleasure.
works.
My
Social media
pleasure.
is the most powerful way to get your word out these days. Unfortunately, I can't afford a lawyer. They know it. I walked into the first appeals. By the way, I went to appeal the school board and we had a closed session. And I walked into the room and I'm like, why is the head of HR, the superintendent, and obviously this is a lawyer. She looks like a lawyer. Why are they here? You told me it was governing board. Are they governing board? No.
Right.
I said, well, then I'm going to ask you to have them removed from the room. I'm not going to have my 10 minutes pleading to you. Why is this man back on campus with them in the room? I don't have a lawyer. So why are they here? Because we might need to ask them questions. I said, who do I get to ask for help? So we're going to reschedule November 19th.
What do they know about it? They weren't even there.
They have witnesses. Okay, so November 19th, everybody. I think it starts at 5:30. School board meeting, Rockland Unified School District. Please come to my school board meeting.
That is a Wednesday. And what time?
I'll be there around 5:25 because I have to go into my closed session and then I'm going to come out and then I'm going to talk to the school board.
Good.
I'm very transparent. I like them to know I'm coming before I'm there.
Okay. Okay, Rockland School Board meeting. And do you know where it is? If anybody wanted to show up and support you?
Yeah, you can Google it, but it's off of Sierra Meadows.
And it's
Granite.
Rockland. Is it Rockland Unified?
Rockland Unified School District office.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You said Granite Drive and where?
Yeah.
And
Sierra Meadows. Mm-hmm.
I do know where it is.
You know where it is.
Yeah, I do know where it is. And that so if you're getting there at 5:45, does it start at 6?
Yeah.
6 p.m. Okay. I'm putting it in my phone right now, man. I'm putting it on my calendar. I hope I can be there. I'd love to be there.
Well, I've posted it live. I mean, not live on, on my little bit of social media because I'm not really a big social media person unless I'm sharing things about education and the craziness in our education. But I'm learning. I'm learning, Charlie. So, and I've reached out to every agency known to man. I even contacted the FBI. Oh, even Linda McMahon. But is it Linda McMahon? Is that the correct? She's head Secretary of Education right now. The government was closed, so she didn't receive my information. I'm sure she just got it. Didn't the government just open up again?
Yeah, after 41 days. After 41 days of blissful peace.
Yeah.
Without the government involved in everything we do. My buddy Vin Dog is on right now. He's watching our live broadcast. He said I'd like to have her on as a guest. Absolutely, Vin Dog. And let other podcasters know too.
Pass it on.
Yeah, exactly. Fantastic. I'll give you his information, Marina.
Thank you, Charlie.
And vice versa. Yeah. Oh no, he'll love this guy. He's like you. I mean, he's just pit bull. But I mean that in a good way. I happen to love pit bulls. So I'm going to help any way I can, but all the best with that meeting this afternoon.
You have help.
All the best with that meeting this afternoon at 3:00. You said the HR folks are meeting with you. How many are they coming to you? You have to go to them.
Oh, I was requested to go to them, so that's fine.
Because HR,
Mhm.
human relations, you work for the same school district.
I do. I'm a school bus driver and I love my job. I
I
love it.
think I
It's
think
not a
instead of
job.
I think
I love it.
instead of
I love
I
it.
think I'm glad. I think that they might be preparing to fire you. They may be building what they call a paper trail. You're not in the teachers union, so you don't have tenure, so it's
No,
real hard to fire
yeah, I'm
them.
classified. I'm classified. They're gonna
Yeah,
say I'm probably, what's that word? Insubordinate.
yeah, but they
I'm not
will.
working right now, by the way. I'm on workers' comp. I injured my arm. So how am
Okay.
I being insubordinate? I'm not even at work. This is social media.
Because you're putting the school district in a bad light, and you probably signed some kind of an employment contract that says you can be reprimanded or even terminated if you put the school district in a bad light.
I know.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Whoops. I don't want you to lose your
Do you know
job
how
over
many
this.
school bus drivers are needed?
I know,
This is
yeah.
not an easy job.
No, it's not. I
It's
know, my
easy for me
mom did
though.
it.
It's easy for me because I love it and don't feel
Good.
like I'm working. But I did injure myself. But I'll be fine. I'm in physical therapy and stuff right now. I am
Yeah.
getting an MRI finally. You know how workers' comp is. It takes forever.
It's worthless. Just this side of worthless. I know, because I had an injury while I was on maneuvers on base, on post. And,
Mhm.
when I got to the hospital, they said, "Oh, this is a workman's comp case? Oh, I'm sorry, we can't see you." I'm like, "What? I have a
Right.
broken this and a broken that, and you're not gonna take care of me right now in the ER?" "Well, no,
Nope.
it's workers' comp. We can't do it."
You got to go to the doc in the box.
So I had literally had to say, "Yeah, but I was in the ER. I had a broken ankle and a broken femur." And,
Charlie.
I'll never forget that, and so I had to say, "Okay, forget it. It's not workers' comp. It didn't
Oh,
happen on the job. I'll use my personal insurance."
no,
True
you
story,
can't.
because they were
Oh,
not
I
gonna see
know.
me at that hospital.
I know. I've been through it before, unfortunately. Different,
Crazy.
it
It's
was a long
worthless.
time ago. It is, it's horrible. It took me 3 years to get a surgery on my foot from
That's
workers' comp.
another show for another time, though, and that
Yeah,
workers' comp insurance is putting businesses out of business.
yeah.
Family-owned and operated little small businesses, they can't even stay in business anymore because they can't afford that boondoggle. That
Right,
cancer is what it is. It's not a
right.
benefit, it's a cancer, it's a joke, and, of course, like anything and most everything run by the government, especially the state of California, it's a
Mhm.
joke. It's a lie. "Oh, we put these protections in for you, so go ahead and keep voting for us.
Right.
By the way, don't try to actually collect." I'm just done with it. I'm so sick of my own state.
But you're okay now, right, Charlie?
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, I got yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm as okay as anybody would expect me to be okay.
We'll all
Uh,
be okay. So
I
I just wanted to
appreciate
share
it.
something, one other
Okay,
thing.
please.
So you know the Freedom Riders, my friends.
Yes.
Um, they were selling these, and I just
Freedom
want to
from what?
share Charlie
Freedom.
Kirk.
That's a Charlie Kirk shirt. Yeah.
God bless him for not
That's
giving up
yeah.
and
Amen.
spreading the truth, and that's what I'm doing. And I have no fear.
Right on, sister.
If they're going to take my job, I can get another job.
Yeah, but good heaven,
But this
it's
is my
close to where you
son.
live. You moved there trying to get
Yeah,
away from the
it's okay.
madness of Sacramento County. Uh, Go ahead.
I told you, Charlie, I had no choice in the matter. Why did God pick my son? It's like David and Goliath. Why?
Yeah.
He could have said it to any other kid, and it probably wouldn't, this wouldn't have happened.
Well, I wish you all the best. Keep us up on what's going on,
I will,
please,
Charlie. I will.
and
And thank
pray.
you. Thank you for helping me spread the word because that's what needs to be done.
Yes, ma'am. If anybody
Thank
has
you.
any questions or wants to consult with you or talk with you or maybe have some ideas for you, do you wanna give any kinda information out like that?
Yes. I'm going
Okay,
to give you my phone number right now.
great.
916
Okay.
410 4316.
All right. Nobody's ready to write down a phone number until you tell them to write down the phone number. So let's try it again.
One more
916
time.
area
Are you
code.
ready?
916 area code.
916-410-4316.
4316.
And my email.
Oh, you want that too? Okay.
Sure,
All right.
why not?
Good. Go ahead.
MGABELKOLO. So mgabelcolo@gmail.com. And I'm sure I'm going to get all kinds of hate calls and hate emails, which I expect.
That's what I'm.
And that's
afraid of.
okay, because there are people that love him, and people should love him. He has a wonderful football career. I'm just asking him to work with adults. Simple request. If I'm going to end up having to change my job, think of it as an adventure.
I
Right?
don't like it. I don't like it. I hope I'm not right. I hope I'm
It's
wrong
okay.
on that. So
It's
all the
okay.
best
Well,
for
I have
you.
the union president, who's also our steward, will be with me in the meeting, of course. I know how these things work. I was a union steward at Folsom Cordova.
Okay.
I've always had a
Okay.
target on my back, Charlie. It's just who I am. But they keep missing
They
because
keep
I'm really good.
missing.
I'm really good. I'm good at
Good.
that.
I didn't know you were going to have a shop steward in there with
Oh,
you. That's
yeah.
good. That's a union
Yeah.
thing for anyone who doesn't know.
Yes.
That's the one that's the advocate for all the union members with
Correct.
the employer. I know
I wish
because
no harm.
I was a shop steward at the American Federation of Television and Radio Artists in San Francisco. Guess how much they
Oh.
liked me? Guess how much they liked me?
I was a union steward in San Francisco too, Charlie, for the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art.
Well, I'll be darned. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. We may have been there at the
Oh,
same
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I
I left
appreciate
in
you, Marina.
2006. I left. When did you leave, Charlie?
Oh, my tenure in the city goes back to I left in the late 90s.
Okay.
Vowing never to return.
We were there together. I was there
Yeah,
in
we were.
94
Wow.
to
Yeah, I
2006.
was doing
I
mornings
came
on
out okay, Charlie. I'm a
doing
little
mornings on-
quirky, but I'm an artist too, so that
I was
has
doing
to.
mornings on KSFO. If you ever listen to Jeff Blasey, the Blasey and Charlie show.
Unfortunately, I was in college, so I wasn't really, knowledgeable about politics.
Got it. Yeah, it was a talk show. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, my friend. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, Charlie.
And,
Thank you.
Keep in touch. Let us know what's going on, and pray for her now, because a meeting with HR, it's not just to sit around and go, oh, maybe you could take it easy on the school district. No, I don't like this at all. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm way wrong. I don't want her to lose her job. For heaven's sake, how much can you go through just for standing up for your kid? So please pray for her, please. And Ben Dog, we'll get you in contact. You get her on your show too. Let's get her on Kim Yater's show. Let's get her on with Mike Cook. Let's get her on with Simone Anderson. Oh my goodness, that'd be good. We'll get the word out, Marina. We'll get the word out, even if the mainstream media ignores it. They're all in bed together. Leftist freaks. I'm sick of them. May God bless you and keep you and help you and protect you. May God bless America. Most importantly, America bless God.